This radio is like signature, and many have spoken of this kind of signature, this energy, this time signature in space. But it is something that you can remember and call back to, much as if you were calling to a person that you knew and you remembered by the way that it feels when you're with them. These are the frequencies, and these are actually how the radio frequencies remember each other. It may be strange to think of, for you do not seek the radio waves of consciousness, but indeed it is all conscious energy, much like yourself, for you have much to see in that nature. But it is also here for you now to receive. And you are remembering much as it is coming forward, for the waves are a part of you, and you can send yourself upon the waves of the universe in the same exact way that the radio sends itself across the waves in this matter. I'm speaking of this sending because it is something that is also of great importance at this time, for you may really send yourself to someone you love very easily. Many of us feel very detached and alone, and it is hard to see how we can reach out to one another, especially when in places where we are taken away from those that we love. But it is very easy to keep this connection, as we all have spoken, and many are still connecting, and it is something that we all can benefit from in many different ways. So I ask you to remember when you are feeling alone or feeling as if you have no one to reach to send this energy and call it or do as you wish and trust that you will be bringing exactly what you need into your scope. For if you bring out your own energies and you trust that you are safe and protected as you know it to be so, and declare your very spirit on this earth here and now, you may send yourself fully and righteously to every single loving soul here on this planet with you. And they can all share the joy within your heart if you choose to do so. But if you do not, even these radio wave technology and thinking will help you in many ways. For the radio signals can also bring many things to you through laws of attraction, sending out the waves which come back to you, the boomerang waves, as I like to call them, sending them out to the universe, calling things to you which you know will serve and bring your life forward in a positive direction. If you honor your spirit and your dreams, and you take the time to call this energy to it and to yourself, it will indeed come forward. You must trust and just continue to put out these energies and know that it will serve you as you serve them. Here's a general lesson. And many of you may be saying, yes, this is the truth I know. But this is how simple the lessons are, and this is why we are stressing these lessons today, because it is that easy, and it is that close, and it is that simple. And it is simply a matter of knowing and accepting it, and seeing how close you really are to already being one with this great and vast universe. This calling comes from your own understanding. And it is only in finding the courage to be yourself. Oh, you've given me a chance to speak. Let's see. I would like to tell a story. A story that we are all acquainted with. Once upon a time, there was a man who was walking in the woods one day, and there was a tree that spoke to him. In passing, he did not think much of it and continued walking. Going on with his day, walking throughout the forest, he would often feel the entire forest saying hello to him, but also wonder why he still felt so lonely. One day, he was walking again, and he distinctly heard, as he walked past the same tree, a question arise within him. Does the tree know who I am? He suddenly wondered. He felt as if the tree knew who he was, and somehow was waiting for him to acknowledge his presence. Wondering, but not really wanting to sit on it too long, he tried to think nothing of it and passed it on and continued about his days, until one day he simply could not hold it in. For every time he saw this tree, he would only see a reflection of himself, or this connection that could be. So one day, he sat at the foot of the tree and finally decided to take a moment and finalize this question in his mind, as it had been taunting him for so long. And he sat and he breathed, listening, waiting, as if the tree was going to say something else, or as if some great truth would come to him magically. He knew there was a purpose for his sitting there. However, he did not know why he was sitting there. And the lesson is funny, because in this scenario, it took the call of a bird to bring him back to see that the tree was no different, and that the tree was me. This is why it recognized him, and why he recognized him. And from then on, they were complete in that unity. And it was that little birdie that really did it.